All right, you guys. I ended up seeing this hilarious post on Facebook, and I wanted to react to it. I have quite a bit to say, and I'm even going to show you how to install this thing properly using this tablet here. So we're going to go down and make a list of the issues that we see with the installation of this specific single pole switch. This does appear to be a single pole switch. So let's zoom in and let's read what the poster of this image had to say. The person doing the electrical in this house couldn't figure out why the breaker tripped when the light turned on. Yeah, so I'd be able to figure it out relatively quickly. Well, guessing is obviously not something that's permitted, but if I were to flip a switch and it trip the breaker immediately, I would remove the receptacle or the single pole switch and see what's going on underneath. I mean, you should be able to figure it out quite easily. I mean, if someone's doing electrical in the house and then they pull this switch out and they can't figure out why the circuit breaker is tripping, that person should be fired. The person who installed this switch in this way should be fired. So let's go ahead and just write down like the first issue. So number one, it's installed incorrectly. Full stop. This is done completely wrong. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Single pole switches are not supposed to accept neutrals. And we got two neutrals connected to the top terminal. That's wrong. That's 100% wrong. This is so wrong. It's unbelievable how wrong it is. Now, we'll get to that in a second. That's just one issue with the installation of this being incorrect. So this doesn't accept neutrals. Also, the bottom terminal, it generally accepts the hot wire, usually like coming from a home run. That's also incredibly incorrect. Now let's pretend, let's say we're in make-believe Candyland or some shit, and I were to judge the way that this was installed, the way that they, secured the copper wire around the terminals. I would grade this an F minus. You have copper wire touching insulation. You have the terminal touching insulation. And in some cases, one of the neutral wires is not even making proper contact with the terminal. So you're not getting that secure, what's it called? That secure fit around because you're not getting, no, let me start over. You're not getting a great contact between the copper wire and the terminal with some of these wires here. You notice it with the black wires and the white wires. Also, I mean, they did the same thing with the ground. I mean, it's probably less egregious, but even then, if I saw one of my techs, one of my electricians, one of my apprentices install anything similar to this, I would probably fire them. This is unacceptable. I've never seen something like this, only on the internet. Yeah. So again, right here, let's go ahead and change the color of the pen, just so it's a little bit more. Yeah. So right here, you got contact with the insulation. You got copper making contact with insulation. The terminal appears to be making contact with insulation. This is not good. Also, you lack proper contact with the terminal. So around right here, you're not making this is lousy contact. So again, you're not going to get that reliability. I mean, this is even worse with this cable right here. It's bare. This is the only point of contact right there. At least you don't have insulation touch. Oh, never mind. I mean, you got a little bit of insulation touching copper right there. This is not good. And then, of course, we have two grounds on one screw. Again, you would get... I'm going to show you guys how to install this thing properly. And then, of course, the big one, you have two neutral wires connected to a single pole switch. That doesn't make any sense at all. That makes no sense at all. Again, if I were to see something like this, again, the person would be fired immediately. So, yeah, not good. Not good at all. This is the work of of, someone who just came over to the country illegally and they're not permitted to work or do this, but they'll work under the table and do the work cheap, and of course that's very enticing to people. Also, also, what's going on? Hold on. We're not even done yet, guys. We're not even done yet. Let's zoom in really quick. Here we go. Yeah, this it feels kind of like paper, not paper mache, like a paper towel or something, or like cardboard wrapping paper or something. It usually wraps around the ground wire. This should be cut. This should be cut off. You don't want that hanging around. It's not good. Not good at all. Also, this box, very dirty. Very dirty. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. This appears to be drywall residue. Again, why is no one cleaning that up? Again, this is what separates the boys from the men. This is what separates the pros from the amateurs. A professional would have obviously installed this correctly. They would have made sure that all this extra material from the sleeve is removed. This receptacle would be absolutely clean. You get your Milwaukee vacuum in there and you clean that mess up. You don't want to do that. You don't want residue or debris left in there. So we got a lot going on here. So let's just recap really quick, and then I'm going to show you guys how to install this thing correctly. So hold on one second. Let's zoom out. Give me a little bit more real estate here. So just to recap. So this is installed incorrectly. Absolutely. Let's see. The box equals dirty. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. This needs to be clean. Again, that separates the pros from the amateurs, the boys from the men. Contact with terminals. What's making contact with the terminals? The insulation. What else do we have here? Neutrals. On single pole switch. Yeah, so those are the main problems, you guys. Those are the main things that were wrong with this. But you know what? I'm going to show you guys how to install this correctly. Let me go ahead and zoom out. So, so the black line down here, that's going to be our hot wire, okay? The yellow is going to essentially represent the neutral wire, which is generally white, but for demonstration purposes, it's going to be yellow here. So you guys can actually see what I'm doing and how to connect it. And then, of course, this home run right here, we're just going to pretend this is the common gauge. So this is going to be 12-2. So meaning this is 12 gauge, and it's got two wires, a neutral and a hot. I know there's three. The ground, for whatever reason, generally just doesn't count. So 12-2, it's like, okay, you're going to get a neutral, you're going to get a hot, and you're going to get a ground. And this up here is also going to be a 12-2. Okay? So from the home run, we're going to just pretend that it comes from like the panel, right? We're going to just say this this box right here is the panel. And then I'm just going to put P, period. So that's for the panel. So from the panel, you're going to go to home run. It's going to go to your switch. And then from the switch, you're going to have other 12-2 Romex cable. Again, you're going to have that hot, neutral, in the ground. And it's going to go to your light. All right, so the S1, that stands for single pole switch. Okay, so how do you install this? All right, so the ground, let's start with the hot first, okay, because that's like the popular one. So from the home run, generally speaking, the single pole switch, and it'll instruct you, you're going to connect the black wire from the home run to the bottom terminal. So that's going to give it the power, okay? And then right up here, the other black terminal, you're going to connect the hot wire that's going to the light, right there to the top terminal. All right. It's going to be the switch leg. It's the proper term. So what do you do with these neutrals? Well, you're going to tie them together. So from the home run and from the light, you're going to connect them together. Now we got these grounds here. So again, we saw what it looked like when they did it absolutely wrong. So I'm going to make a little pigtail, just like that. And then I'll probably put one of those push-in connectors from Ideal right here. It's going to be a 3. Okay, so it'll be able to accept 3 ground wires. One from the single pole switch, one from the home run, and then the other from the light source. And then the light itself, I'm going to pretend this is a very simple light fixture. The plate itself is going to have a ground screw. You're going to connect the ground. So from the switch to the light, the ground is going to go to the ground. The hot wire, or the black wire, is going to go to the gold terminal. And then we are going to have a white neutral, and that will go and attach to the light source itself, usually like the plate. And it'll be a silver screw. It's going to be eerily similar to what you would see with a standard receptacle. And this is how it would be installed. Look how much cleaner this is. Look how much easier this is. Let's go back to page 1. Look at this nonsense. So now that I showed you how to do it properly, look at this. You got the black wire. I'm even looking at it right here. You can see it in the picture. The black wire that's going to the light switch, or even a like a half hot outlet. You got both of them connected to the bottom terminal. Like, this is wrong. This is dangerous. I mean, you can get electrical fires. You can damage equipment. I mean, a lot of bad stuff can happen if you install this stuff incorrectly, guys. In many cases, it can be a matter of life and death. So yeah, let's go back over here. Oh shit, let's go back over here. This is how it's done correctly. Look at that. Look how neat this is. Look how neat and clean this is. So something like this is going to be very common, like in a bathroom. You'll have a single pole switch, and that turns on the lights above the mirror. This will be common. This kind of setup is going to be very common, like in a small bedroom. You know, this is how it would literally look like. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and you learned something. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. I'm here for it. I just want people to learn and get good. If you guys like this type of content, I'd be more than happy to show you. You know, because it's one thing to like see it done wrong, but I want to be able to explain to you, you know, how to do it right and what's really going on behind the walls, what's going on inside those plastic boxes in your house, because it's a mystery to most people. So hopefully I can remove some of that that mystery and explain things in a way that everybody understands. All right, guys, thank you for listening. Peace out.